Now I would like to invite the children to put your hand on the belly. And then the sister will invite another sound of the bell. Let's see, can you feel your belly movement? In, what happened to the belly? When you breathe out, what is happening to your belly? So feel the belly movement and be back to yourself. So this contact between your hand and the belly is the place where it brings you back to who you are. Okay? Really here, alive. Everybody put on your belly. And smiling when you breathe in and out and feel the belly. Thank you. Now I would like to ask you a question. What is the most important thing in life? What is the most important thing in life? Come. Say something.
Love.
Love. Come on.
Breathing.
Breathing. Very cool.
Smiling.
Money. Is that right? Money? Smiling. Smiling? Yeah, okay. Who else?
Food.
Food.
Respirer.
Raspberry. Breathing.
Kissing.
Kissing. Anybody else? What is the most important thing in life? Come on. You can't think, you have to say directly.
Peace.
Peace.
Be kind.
Be kind.
No violence.
No violence. It's beautiful.
Buddha.
Buddha. Ooh, cool.
Your life.
What?
Your life.
Your life. Very cool.
Respirer.
Raspberry. Breathing in, breathing out. Come, easy. Alaba.
Happiness.
Happiness. Okay.
Peace.
Peace. Anybody else would like to say something? What is the most important thing in life? Come. You be next.
La pleine conscience.
Wow. Mindfulness.
Water.
What?
Water.
Water. Wow.
Food.
Food. We know that.
Yourself.
Yourself. Please,
Wow.
please come.
Your personality.
Wow. Very, very deep. Wow. Companion. Is that right? Companionship.
Hello.
Anybody else would like to say something?
Nature.
Nature. I think, okay.
Animals.
Animal.
Friends.
Friends.
The world.
What? The word. Come on. You can't think. You have to say directly. You know, thinking is not the right answer. Okay?
You want to say
You, chocolate.
broccoli.
What? Broccoli? Oh, cool. No, someone else. Oh, nice. Family. Someone else haven't said yet. You guys say a lot already. Just one thing. You cannot say more than one thing because this is the most important thing in life. You cannot say too many. Okay, please come, this young boy.
Anything that has to do with dessert.
What?
Anything that has to do with dessert.
Oh, dessert. Had to do with dessert. Like sweet thing, you know? Like biscuits, cake, banana, whatever. Chocolate cake. La famille. I think most of you have the most beautiful answer. Every answer is beautiful like that. You know, I asked this question in Thailand to the young Asian children, and one of them say, I say, what is the most important thing in life? One of them say, iPad. And everybody laugh. But the rest, they say very similar thing to you, like family, peace, mindfulness. For me, the most important thing in life is to be alive. To be alive. To really feel alive. Because I think you children, you have this quality of being alive. Authentically alive. Your mind is so clear, crystal clear, and that's why you can feel more alive than any one of us as adult. You're really there for your mom, your dad. You're really there for the broccoli and carrot, because when you really eat, when you eat broccoli and carrot, you really eat. You stop thinking. So the most beautiful thing in life is to be alive, and you have it. For me, you are the super mindful people. That's why we need you here, to be in our Sangha, to remind us how to go back, to be alive, to touch life.
Nature!
What's that?
I already said that.
Nature. So to be alive, to be in touch with life, to be one with nature, to be with your family is the most important thing in life. So now, can you answer me the next question? The online game help you to be alive or take your life away?
Take your life away.
Take your life away. Because why? Because your mind is not present. Your mind was sucked into the online game. And you're only a body there, but mind, you are lost. TV also, internet also. So to be alive, you have to cut all that stuff.
I don't have a TV.
So no online games, not too much TVs, okay? Just to be. And you are the best of this. Especially when you look at your baby boy or your baby girl, your brother and your sister, if he is like less than 1 year old, his mind is so clear. He has no thoughts, no trace of thinking and worries. So he really there, present, alive. And you know the way to do it. Just enjoy breathing in, breathing out. And there you are, in the present moment, fully alive. You are a super mindful people. You have beautiful energy that life really needs you. That's why Plum offer retreat for children, because that essence that you have this quality to be alive. So stop go on online games. Stop watching too much TVs. Stop watching too much, internet. Anybody here go on the internet? Is anybody here have iTouch, iPhone, iPad? You know, this stuff, this gadget take you away, you know, steal away your beautiful soul. And then you will not have the capacity to be alive, to be mindful. So the right answer is to be mindful, to have mindfulness. Means your mind go back to the body, stay in the present moment, live deeply moment to moment of your life. Treasure your mom, your dad. I think the best way to be alive is to hug someone you love. Almost every day you need to hug a day, at least one time. Hug a tree. Sit close to a cat or a dog. Really touch him or her and feel the life force, the life energy in it. Okay, now can you put your hand on your heart? Everybody put your hand on your heart. Can you feel your heart? Put your hand on your heart. Can you feel the beating of your heart? You have to be quiet to feel it. This is the way to be alive. No thinking, no worry, just be. Feel it. Life is available everywhere, but most of us get lost on internet, on online games, chatting, angry, yelling, crying. It's okay to be crying from time to time, but be alive. Be authentically alive. Thank you very much, children. Enjoy your day. We have the Buddha, the baby Buddha within. Everybody has the baby Buddha. And it manifests clearly when we are about 6 months old. 6 months old. When our brain is not processed by ideas and thoughts. Our perception is totally clear. Even that baby is still crying, but she really cried wholeheartedly with all the vitality and energy and present. When she smiles, she also do the same thing. When she eats, she sleep, she express facial expression is totally mindful, 100% of me with mindfulness. So that is the Buddha nature. We have that, but now we lost. As we grow up into a teenager, young adult, and we accumulate so many ideas and thoughts. We read so many books. We go through a lot of chaos in emotions, romantics, and our mind is occupied with all this stuff. And we lost the Buddha nature. We lost the baby Buddha, the mind, the clear mind, the clarity of the mind. So when we come together like this, to Plum village, in order to discover this Buddha nature, Buddha mind, baby Buddha, I guess everybody have to, to be really naked and let go of your thinking, even your perception, the story in your perception, let it go, and you recover that childhood in you, that 6 months age, clear, crystal clear mind in you. And the way to do it is just to breathe. Breathe in and out. Why do we keep thinking all the time? Why do we have to have a mental discourse all the time in our mind? Don't you feel happy when you are a 6 months baby, when the mind is really clear? When you see the world with no names, no forms, just totally direct. Flower is a flower. Water is the water. Blue sky is just something magnificent. Immensity, space. We have that. We have that quality because we went through it. And now we lost. And mostly because of our perception is dark. We have polluted our perception. And then we lost that clear mind, the Buddha mind. So breathe in and out again. Use the mindful breathing to clear away all that. Instead of thinking, breathe in. Instead of reacting inside, breathing in and out. Many of us don't have this confidence in this mindful breathing. Maybe we think that it doesn't work. That's why we don't practice breathing wholeheartedly. We allow that habitual way of thinking, reacting, analyzing, judging to take place. And that's why we lose the clear, crystally clear mind of a baby Buddha. And this is where suffering comes. Of course, that 6 years, 6 months baby have emotion, but she lives fully with her emotion. She doesn't feel shame. She doesn't feel guilty. She expresses totally how she is, with full vitality of life. We should come back and do the same. We cover up too much. We put on the mask of our ego. And we pretend that we are okay, but we are full of suffering, strong emotion. So breathe again. Breathe deeply. Breathe to dissolve all that. Fear, being ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed. It's okay to suffer. It's okay to cry. It's okay to get hurt. But breathe with it. Break away the barrier. Cover up. That you don't feel that baby Buddha. So you have to discover the baby Buddha again. That's the goal to come to Plum. Can you believe now 1,000 people, only baby Buddhas here? No adult, no complicated problem, no subjective perception, no you and I, no good and bad, no friend and enemies. We'll be a lovely community. You feel a lot of healing here. Your heart will be opening up. And what you have in your heart is only compassion. Freedom. So the baby Buddha actually is the essence of our freedom. And today I want to say that. I have been a monk for 25 years and only trained by mindful breathing and mindful walking. I have a lot of suffering also. I have lost my baby Buddha. I have lost my clear mind. I was subjected to anger, to fear, to jealousy, to discrimination, to judging, to blaming. So I suffer very much. Even as a monk, I still have all that human stuff. And there are moments in my life I want to give up because I suffer deeply. And I don't see all this stuff. Judging, blaming, reacting, feeling hurt, feeling, despair. Because it's overwhelming. So one day I see them all. In 7 years as a monk, I see this so clear. And they have root in my ego. I want to present my ego as something holy, superior. And unconsciously I pressed down all that negative energy, all that negative side of me. But the moment I see them, I see it's part of me. I accept them. And I practice breathing in now. That moment, if I keep thinking, I always get caught in my ego. I only practice breathing in order to be free from that attachment to my own ego, which bring a lot of judgment to mind, emotional, analytical reaction, and it bring a lot of anger, despair, hatred. Can you believe a monk practicing for 7 years and hate everyone in the Sangha? So that attachment to an identity, an ego, is so strong in us and push up with many thoughts and ideas and perception. So break away that, let go. Only breathing in and out help you to penetrate, go deep, day by day. No way that you can break away that cave, that very thick cave that we build and we put ourselves in it. And also in there we feel shame. We feel shame for ourselves. And we also react to what happening outside. When it touches that ego. When somebody intrudes into that cave. So one more sound of the bell and I will continue. So actually we come here to live our life, not to learn. Accumulating more knowledge, it doesn't help at all. Actually, it's an obstacle. The more we know about Buddhism, the more obstacle it is. So you come here, for us to take away your knowledge. So I have to have a gun, a Dharma gun, and shoot all that knowledge. So that you can be naked, bodily and mind. Of course you don't take off your clothes, but naked in the mind. Empty the mind. So the way to do is breathing in and out. Just breathe. Don't think. Just walk. Don't think. When you just walk, you feel Mother Earth. You feel the soul of Mother Earth, the energy manifests into flower, meadows, trees. You feel nature. You feel the sunshine warming your body. You feel the fresh air go into your lungs. So drop all that. It's called total breakaway. The habit energy of thinking and worry and analyzing. Analyzing and judging. And the second tool for us to break away this attachment to ego is the insight of inner being. Remember that. I mean, I am you, you are me. Inner being is like that. I am you, you are me. In the realm, in the dimension of subatomic, we are energy, we exchange all of that. We bombard with energy. And that's why when you sit in a community of practice, you feel more peaceful. Compare you sit at one of the cafeteria in Paris or New York, because we are bombarded with peaceful energy. Everybody breathing mindfully, calming. That's why it's enter you, enter into your energy, your body and mind. So you are me, I am you. You smile so I can be beautiful. And when you cry, I feel wither. I'm a flower. You are my flower. And when you cry, I wither as a flower. So that is a very important insight, to break away the ego, the attachment to self. Separate self. I'm different from you. Actually, we are very deeply connected. In biochemistry, we are connecting with the chemical thing, the chemical bonding, all reacting. According to biology, biochemistry, that we send out energy, chemicals, as love, hatred, anger, frustration, and we bombard by it, or we connect by it. It's called participate. When two people fall in love, they participate. When two people get angry, they react. They react chemically. So that is another way to break away the attachment to you. First way is to breathe deeply, so that you can dissolve that habitual way of thinking. Second, use the insight of inner being, that you are me, I am you. You smile so I can be fresh like a flower. When you cry, you suffer, I feel wither. So in this insight, you don't want to hurt other people. You don't want to look stunned eye with other people. You don't want to dump your anger or violence on the other people, because you know when she suffers, you suffer. Violence accumulates more violence. And the same thing with father and son, husband and wife. You are me, I am you. Clearly like that. So the only thing you can do is to embrace her and him in your heart. Try to help him to release the suffering, listening to him, to her. Watering good seeds, joy, happiness, love in him and her. The brother asked me to share the second for mindful breathing. Breathing in, I feel joy. And the second breathing in and breathing out, I feel happy. And the third breathing is breathing in, I feel the suffering in me. According to the discourse on mindful breathing, is breathing in, I feel the activities of my mind. Actually, it's just I feel my unpleasant feeling. the suffering, the sorrow. And the fourth one is breathing in and breathing out, I calm my suffering. So that is the four breathing on the domain of feelings. First is joy, second is happiness, third is suffering, unpleasant feeling, pain, sorrow, and the last, the fourth is to calm down, to take care of it. But all these feelings come from the mind. Do you remember that? The river of feelings go along with the river of thinkings, go along with the river of perception. The more you think, the more feeling you have. Remember that. The more, perception you have on others and on yourself, the more feeling you have. You have overwhelming feelings. What happens if the feeling continue to be in you, become strong emotion? So the best way, to transform the feeling is stop thinking and direct perception. Actually, no perception. A baby girl, baby boy has direct perception. She doesn't name anything in here. She doesn't say, mentally discourse in her mind when she sees the reality of things. She just sees the flower, that's all. When you see the flower, if you don't have anything in it, you don't have any problem with the flower. Right? Now, if you see her, if you don't have any mental discourse in here, you will not have problem with her. So this is the best way to end all suffering, to transform all the negative, unpleasant feeling, suffering. Remember that you, the baby Buddha mind, to look, to live. So we don't need to calm, because the way calming, strong emotion is too late. It's already have a lot of damage in our mind and our body. Just end it by stop thinking. Just be. Just look at each other in the eyes. And no thought, no perception. Just to be like a baby. Just to be totally open like a baby. Then you will find true love again. Can you believe the two lovers come together and two of them have baby mind? They find true love. They will dissolve the ego and they will come together, closer and closer. Even they're suffering, but they are not ashamed. They are not afraid of it. And they continue to use this to transform the suffering. Now I go to the third wisdom of the Buddha to end the suffering. You have the first one is to use the baby Buddha, the crystally 6-month baby mind to look into life. We have gone through this clear mind. Second is to use the insight of in the being. You are me, I am you. There's no separation here. Separation is in the mind. Remember that. And it takes root in the ego, the identity that I'm different from you. I'm John, you are Jennifer. But before your mom named you John and Jennifer, we have no name. We're just babies, infants in here. The third is the in-between between suffering and happiness. Remember that. Suffering is compost. Make happiness is flower. So you cannot throw away suffering. You have to be like a baby, cry like a baby, embrace the suffering like a baby. No need to be afraid. No need to be pretending that you're okay. Live wholeheartedly. Express how you are, how you feel. You know, I share many real stuff, and it's very scary to the monastic. You know, especially when I share my own story, it's so real. And people feel ashamed for me, but I don't feel ashamed. Why should I be ashamed? If I have the gut to share, I don't feel ashamed. That's the way it is, life. Life is to be vulnerable. Life is to express who you are with the practice. To be honest. To remove the mask. To feel vulnerable. It's okay to suffer. Only that, are you practicing it? Are you breathing with your suffering? Or you just suppress to a point and then it explodes into a bomb and create more suffering? And that is the problem. So the suffering is not the problem. The problem is that we don't know how to handle it. We are not dare to share honestly. So now is the interbeing, the connection between happiness and suffering. You know, the fifth breathing is joy. The sixth breathing is happiness, but the seventh breathing is suffering. A feeling of bitterness. So the seventh breathing in the sutra is the feeling of bitterness. Suffering is the feeling of burning inside of our soul. Like a volcano ready to activate. So don't accumulate. Don't try to suppress. Be honest. Embrace this suffering. Because the more you suppress, the stronger they are. Become like a volcano of fire. And it's burning our soul. A kind of heaviness in our heart. And it's very dark in our mind. So to define dukkha, dukkha is that. Dukkha is suffering, it's something heavy to carry. A feeling of unsatisfactory in life. And why we feel unsatisfied of life? Because we use our judging mind. Life is a wonders. It's beautiful like that, but we select. We compare, we react. Because we lose the Buddha mind. The clear mind of a baby, 6-month baby. Remember when you are 6 months old, you don't have any unsatisfaction. You always enjoy things that life offers to you. And if mommy doesn't give you, you cry to have it. And you really enjoy everything in life. A carrot, a banana, a piece of biscuits, you enjoy totally. And your tongue is so rich, you can feel so rich, the food that you eat. And now, because of too much suffering, our tongue is so bitter. When we eat, we don't feel much. So this is suffering, dukkha. So now you understand the word dukkha by the Buddha. The first discourse the Buddha offered, he discovered under the Bodhi tree is 4 noble truths and the truth of suffering. Because everybody experiences suffering. But it always have roots, isn't it? And the main roots is our mind, in our mind. Just transform our mind, we transform totally the suffering. So, intervene, okay? No need to throw anything away. It's okay to suffer, remember that. Suffering is compost or garbage. And sorry, over here. Compost, garbage, and here is flower and vegetable. They need each other. Smile to the flowers, but smile to the compost. Smile to the suffering and hello to the happiness. You don't need to choose. The thing that we react to life, we only run after one thing and we react to the other thing. That's why we accumulate, we suppress too much. And happiness is more enough for us to have the balance in life. So remember this. No compost, no flowers. No mud, no lotus. Yesterday my sister gave a talk on the Gundichai, and she said that everybody have a feeling there's a hole inside, that we want to fill up the hole. And sometimes we don't know how to practice to live our life. We make it more bigger hole. Bring a lot of garbage into our body and mind. We watch TV, we go on internet. We become emotionally. We have many ideas and many negative attitude and thoughts to our life and to one another, and that's bring more bigger hole, empty hole. So the hole actually is the pie of garbage and compost. The whole because we have lost that baby mind, the baby clear mind. The whole we lost the baby Buddha within us. The capacity to live deeply with no trace of thought, idea whatsoever. Only that mind is true love. No discrimination mind. For me now, to be happy is so easy. I have been trained my mind so long, so I can be happy anytime I like. I just sit there and close my eye, imagine something, I already feel happy. So breathing in, I feel joy. Breathing out, I smile to life. Breathing in, I feel happiness. Breathing out, I smile to happiness to life. It's something so easy. It's like you eat, like the children eat the ice cream every day. So we need to train our mind. We have to change our mind. We are very good at pay attention to the suffering. We are professional about suffering. Why? Because our mind always thinking about that. Sometimes we don't know what to do, we think about suffering. Do something, to make us suffer more. And think negatively about other people we love, whom we love a lot. So stop. So one of the practices is samatha, means stop. Sorry about that. Stop that habit energy of being negative, being subjugating, way of thinking in your life. Why don't you practice breathing in and out, smiling to life? Breathe in, I smile to life. Breathing out, I feel connect to life. My eyes still clear. I think no mind is the best. No mind here means no perception. No mental discourse. I think that is the coolest state of mind. The most clear mind you have ever had. And you experience this once in your lifetime. 6 months old baby boy or baby girl. Now you try to look at the baby. Maybe she is your teacher now. He is your guru right now. He's somewhere out there. Look. And you have this. Stop the mind. Stop the creation of your mind. Stop the imagination, idea and thought. They bring you suffering in already too much, overwhelming. Look into another human with clear mind. Feel the way she feels. Don't try to control. Feel the way you feel. Am I too strong with you? I told you that, you come here, you are not going to learn anything about Buddhism. I got to remove all that thing. I want you to go back and really live your life. Breathe deeply. Shattering all that negative thing inside. Be authentic in the moment. I make a slideshow for you, but the sister doesn't have the projector. If you have all this, you can see the garden of your mind. I have made the garden of your mind. Maybe next time. Actually, today is not my talk. Sister Chân Không talk, true emptiness. But she's absent, so I have to back up for her. But I share with you the essence of the Buddha teaching, not the other stuff, nonsense stuff. The essence of the Buddha teaching. And you can do it because you have this. You have lost your beautiful soul already. Now you need to find it again. So with this insight, don't run away from suffering. Breathe with it. Smile to it. If you need to cry, cry loud. So a tear can heal you. If you need somebody's shoulder, go and lean her shoulder. It's okay to be vulnerable. Even men can cry. Nothing wrong with that. Because it's healing. This mindfulness is the Buddha mind. Huh? Mindfulness doesn't say wrong or right or good or bad. Remember, mindfulness is not thinking. Many of us confuse between mindfulness and thinking mind. Mindfulness is just to be, to smile, to eat, to drink, to dance, to run, to walk. Don't you see it's so easy? Do you need to learn philosophical Buddhism? No, forget it. Nirvana is just to be. Nirvana is to be, no mind. Okay, next. Happiness and joy is available almost everywhere when your mind stops. If your mind cannot stop, you have nothing in life. The flower is not available for you. The fresh air is just not there. We are in the cave of darkness. So stop the mind. You feel happiness, joy right away because there's so much available, the wonders of life. So the first reason why we suffer because we cannot stop the mind. We miss appointment with life. You cannot be back. So to be happy, to enjoy life, just stop the mind. Joy and happiness is stop the mind. Jump into the present moment. In the present moment, life always wonderful. Sunshine always there, even in the night. The night is only the other side of the planet, but sunshine is the other side. You see? So feel the energy. Stop the mind. Feel the energy of Mother Earth, of Sister Nature. Feel all these wonders, beautiful energy in life. Stop the mind. Samatha. Samatha doesn't mean you stop pain and sorrow and suffering and despair. Samatha is to stop the creation about it, the reaction about pain, sorrow, despair. Life has suffering and happiness. Remember, samatha is not stopping pain, embracing pain. And if you lose someone you love, embrace that lost. It doesn't mean that you stop lost someone you love. You were lost one by one. And one day you have to go also. So stopping doesn't mean that stopping life, the reality of life, but stopping the reaction, how we react to life, how we choose one over another. You see that? So you have to be clear about samatha, okay? Some people think samatha, stop the mind means stop life. No. Actually, stop your mind, life reveal clear. The way it is. There's pain, and I embrace my pain. There's joy, I treasure joy. There's someone I lost. My mom just died 1 year ago. I lost her. So I embrace losing my mother. Yesterday the sister who gave a talk, she's my blood sister. We have the same mother. And when she told about her mom, I can feel in her. Because I feel the same thing with my mom. Over love. And I was frustrated like her, even more. And that's why I run away from her. Now I lost the treasure of love. So when you stop your mind, you enjoy love. You don't react to love, but you don't react to suffering. I run away from my family to be a monk. And now I lost my mom. So to stop the mind is to really embrace life. Now we go to how to take care of the suffering. This is how to enjoy life, how to be happy. The Buddha say, joy is to let go. Let go of what? Let go of attachment. Joy is to have, joy and happiness will be available when your mind is concentrated. When your mind is letting go. Định sinh hỷ lạc, ly sinh hỷ lạc. So concentration is the most surpass joy and happiness. So your mind, when your mind is calm, still, silent, that's the surpass of joy and happiness. Everywhere you touch, full of joy and happiness. Sometimes it doesn't express, it, but you can feel it. Feel it in every cells of your body, every particle of your mind. So concentration is the great training to be happy. And now we go to suffering. First, you have how to take care of suffering is to be aware of our suffering, of anger. To call it by its name. So we very truthful to our emotion called anger. Hello, my anger. I breathe for you. It's okay. If somebody says something, you get angry. It's very reasonable. Nothing wrong to get angry, but you have to breathe with it. Hello, my anger. Because it's a kind of fire. It's burning our soul and our body and our mind. Second is to embrace it. So you breathe with it, and now you use that mindful breathing, embracing it, like a mother embracing a child. This is, I show you the way to transform the suffering. And after this, the Dharma talk will be over. Because that's my job, is to talk about the emotion, the four breathing of feeling and emotion. The third is to calm down. To be aware, sometimes it's not calm yet. To embrace it, but it's still there. The energy is still burning. The third is to calm down. So that's why we need some practice. We need some time doing walking meditation, listening to a beautiful piece of music, take a shower, lying on your bed or on the meadow, do total relaxation. So all suffering has a lifetime. You cannot just suppress it. You need to embrace it. You need to allow it to calm down. You need time to calm down that emotion. And this is called samatha, stopping. And the second practice is vipassana. Is to look deeply. You hold your anger. Come closer. Hold it. Anger, fear, whatever. Despair, hold. Like you hold something in your palm. Sometimes we cannot pinpoint suffering. Now you need to see it clearly in your hand. Just look. So vipassana means just look. No analyzing, no reacting, no judging. Anger, just anger. Don't identify with ego. Don't blame others. Remember that. Just look. Look at it again. Sometimes it's deep, so you need to look at it again to see the roots of anger. You know, I have a lot of anger also. And when I look deeply, I see my anger has to do with my father anger. My father is also angry man. He's a very good man, but he's very angry man. When he get angry, God, he can do almost everything he wants. He throw the whole table of food over, you know. And my mom suffered very much of my father. He's an emotional, angry man, but very loving, kind heart. But when he get angry, really angry guy. And my grandpa also angry man. Stream of life, you know, go to me. So when I see in me, I see my father and I practicing for me. I don't blame my father, okay? But I see this anger in me, in him, going to me as a boy. Look again, to see very deep. Only seeing very deep, we stop blaming other people. And we see the roots of anger. The root of anger is a seed. A seed in your consciousness. We get angry many times to many people. That means the anger is not come from outside. If one person has the power to make us angry, then only that person can make us angry. But we get angry with many people, that means there's something inside, and that is the seed of anger that we receive from our biological, genetic. So to see this is very important, so that we stop, go now and blaming. Sometimes anger comes from misunderstanding. Misperception. Wrong perception. We are very easy subject to wrong perception. Our perception, almost 80% are wrong. A young husband saw his wife talk to a guy next door, and he become so angry. And he didn't know that that guy is the cousin of the wife. So we have many wrong perceptions. So we have to be very careful with our perception. There's a story of a monk who sits with a very beautiful young lady, and the whole village talk about it. He's just so famous. But he sat with the young lady so long, and the whole village talk about this, affair, between a monk and a young lady. But it turned out that young lady is the daughter of a monk. Before he was a monk, he has already had family. He left his family when the little girl was just a few months old. So now she become 25, beautiful. She came to visit her father, and nothing wrong with that. People don't know. People have wrong perception, and they make, a big deal out of it. So perception is, you have to be very careful. If you see me hugging, someone like a lady, don't imagine too much. Maybe just human love, not romantic. So be careful with our perception. We have to be more a human. We have the right to express our love, our feeling toward each other. Human beings are very vulnerable to perception. Perception in Chinese word is this. This is the form or mark or sign, and this is our mind. So our mind touched the sign, we have a perception. But sign can be very, very fooling us. The mark, the outside mark can be not the reality. Especially our mind manipulating, analyzing, then we always have a wrong perception. So you have to have clear mind to see the reality. Maybe you see the reality as it is. Because the reality also change. You see the flower, but the flower already changed. You see the sunset, but the sunset already gone. So perception is very narrow and sometimes wrong. We think we are nothing, but we have Buddha nature. We think that we are lonely, but we are connected with stars. We are the children of the star. We are the children of Mother Earth. So our perceptions are totally wrong to who we are, what we are. That's why we feel lonely, sorrow, despair. So we need insight. We need to look again and break away all this perception, wrong perception. We need an insight, and Vipassana called insight. And the insight should be straight, direct. Should not go through the process of thinking. For me, thinking, you can write a book. Actually, I write many books. Thinking, you can write a book, but it's not the access to reality, to life. Actually, it stops life. Stop how you feel life, how you connect to her, to him. It stop the understanding, the intimacy of touching life, the wonders of life. So this is the end of my sharing. That you need to go to transform. You need to go to this samatha vipassana. No suffering that can transform easily like that. You have to do some kind of practice. But the first few wisdom show, knife show I have shared with you is so important. Try to rediscover the baby Buddha inside of you that you have once in your lifetime when you are 6 months old. Second, the wisdom of interbeing to see between you and life. And try to see the interbeing nature of garbage and flower, happiness and suffering. So nothing should be thrown away. Everything could be used to transform into the beautiful cycle of life, the wonders of life. And the last is to stop the mind and look deeply. Stop the mind in order to see the wonders to feel the joy and happiness, and to look deeply into the source, the root of suffering. And there you're free. The final is freedom. We don't see things because we don't see, we don't look deeply. We don't stop our mind. Avidya means ignorance. Ignorance is the roots of all suffering. Ignorance, avidya, is the holder of the prisoner, of the prison, the jail holder. He has the key and he locks us inside of that prison. And we suffer life after life. We suffer of misunderstanding, we suffer of jealousy, of hatred, of anger, of frustration. So thank you very much for listening to me, and enjoy breathing, enjoy walking. Remember, just do one thing at a time. There's no need to be hurry. You don't need to run because you have run a lot. Now slow down. Kiss Mother Earth. Breathe fresh air. Feel. You have to really feel energy. When mindfulness is so clear, your body becomes so sensitive to life, life energy, wavelength, frequency, colors. So remember, mindfulness is so clear. It's so clear in touching life. It's not a state of, no feeling. It's not a state of numbness. Numbness is forgetfulness. Mindfulness is real living. As I say to the children, what is the most important thing in life? Is to be alive. You have this quality. Thank you.